RB Leipzig's interest in signing Harvey Elliott from Liverpool has sparked considerable intrigue across both German and English football landscapes. The young English midfielder, known for his technical flair and creative vision, has reportedly emerged as a top target for the Bundesliga side. With Arne Slot now at the helm of Liverpool, the situation surrounding Elliott's future is beginning to attract further speculation, particularly as Slot reassesses his squad and tactical priorities. Harvey Elliott has been a bright spark for Liverpool since breaking into the first team, showcasing his versatility and maturity beyond his years. Whether deployed as a central midfielder or on the right wing, Elliott brings an energy and dynamism that has earned him praise from fans and pundits alike. However, under a new manager, the competition for starting roles is expected to intensify, and RB Leipzig may be hoping to capitalize on any uncertainty. The German club has a long-standing reputation for recruiting and developing young talents with high potential. Players like Christopher Nkunku, Dani Olmo, and Dominic Szoboszlai have flourished in Leipzig's system, and the club appears to be viewing Elliott as the next potential star to thrive in their progressive setup. Leipzig's interest aligns with their broader recruitment philosophy, targeting young, technically proficient players who can fit into their high-intensity, fast transition style. With Arne Slot stepping into Jurgen Klopp's sizable shoes at Liverpool, the Dutchman will need to make swift but informed decisions regarding his squad. Slot, known for his tactical acumen and player development at Feyenoord, will likely seek to implement a possession-based game with fluid attacking movement. While this could suit Elliott's strengths, it could also expose potential gaps in his physicality or defensive contributions, areas Leipzig might be better equipped to nurture in a different tactical framework. Elliott's game intelligence and work ethic make him an attractive proposition for any club, and Leipzig's interest is likely rooted not only in his current abilities but also in his future upside. At just 21 years old, he has already amassed considerable experience in the Premier League and European competitions, which would give him a head start in adapting to the demands of the Bundesliga. The prospect of more regular first-team football could also appeal to Elliott. While he has been a consistent figure off the bench and occasionally in the starting lineup under Klopp, a move to Leipzig might offer him a more guaranteed role, particularly with the club expected to reshape its squad amid potential outgoings this summer. This could provide him with a clearer development path and the opportunity to refine his game further. Liverpool, for their part, may be hesitant to let go of such a promising young player, especially given their history of relying on internal development. However, the club is also facing a transitional phase, and if Slot determines that Elliott's style or development curve doesn't fit into his long-term vision, a transfer, especially one involving a buyback clause, might be considered acceptable. RB Leipzig is reportedly prepared to offer a package that reflects Elliott's value while potentially including performance-based incentives. Such a structured deal could appeal to Liverpool, particularly if it includes a future option to re-sign the player. Leipzig's sporting director Ruven Schroeder is believed to be an admirer of Elliott and sees him as a player who could be central to the club's next phase of evolution. In terms of stylistic fit, Elliott would likely be deployed in Leipzig's advanced midfield role or as part of a fluid front three. His ability to combine well in tight spaces, execute incisive passes, and drive forward with the ball fits well with Leipzig's fast-paced, vertical game. He also has the tactical flexibility to operate in different systems, an attribute highly valued by head coach Marco Rose. There is also a cultural appeal in moving to the Bundesliga for young British players. The league has increasingly become a springboard for English talents seeking regular minutes and development. The likes of Jadon Sancho, Jude Bellingham, and now potentially Elliott illustrate a growing pipeline between England and Germany in player transfers. For Elliott, a move abroad could be both challenging and rewarding. It would demand adaptation to a new language, lifestyle, and tactical culture, but it would also offer the kind of playing time and positional responsibility he may not immediately find at Liverpool under Slot. Such experiences can often accelerate a young player's maturity and confidence. Liverpool's midfield is also expected to undergo changes this summer, and Elliott may find himself squeezed out by incoming signings or tactical shifts. Arne Slot may prefer a different type of midfielder for his system, perhaps one more physical or defensively astute, which could limit Elliott's role. That said, Slot has also been praised for his ability to develop young talent, and he may see Elliott as a valuable project. The player's own stance will be crucial. Elliott has often spoken passionately about his love for Liverpool, the club he supported growing up. He may prefer to stay and fight for his place, particularly if Slot gives him assurances about his role. However, a compelling sporting project abroad, like the one Leipzig offers, could be persuasive, especially if framed as a developmental step rather than a permanent departure. Timing will also play a role in whether the transfer materializes. With Euro 2024 recently concluded, transfer activity is expected to accelerate, and Leipzig may push to finalize key targets early in the window. Should Liverpool receive a formal offer, it could prompt internal discussions about the squad structure and future planning under Slot. Financially, Elliott could command a sizable fee, even by Bundesliga standards. Liverpool would likely value him north of £35 million, factoring in his age, Premier League experience, and potential. Leipzig would need to weigh this against their own budget and priorities, though their recent track record of profitable player sales could make such an investment viable. From a strategic standpoint, Leipzig might view Elliott as a direct successor to a player like Dani Olmo, should he depart. Olmo has been linked with clubs across Europe, and Elliott's similar profile makes him an attractive replacement. The club could use this as an opportunity to refresh their attacking midfield options while maintaining continuity in style. On a broader level, the potential move reflects shifting dynamics in European football. As young English players become more open to continental moves, clubs like Leipzig are increasingly seen as attractive destinations, not just as stepping stones, but as legitimate career platforms. For Elliott, this could be an opportunity to follow in the footsteps of peers who took bold steps and reaped the rewards. The influence of agents and intermediaries should not be overlooked either. Elliott's representatives will be keen to ensure his next move supports his long-term career trajectory. Whether that's staying under a new coach at Liverpool or embracing a new challenge in Germany will depend on how talks progress over the coming weeks. Leipzig is also known for its advanced performance infrastructure and data-driven approach to recruitment and player development. Elliott would be stepping into a club environment highly attuned to maximizing individual potential through tactical schooling, physical conditioning, and positional coaching. Should the move go through, it would also represent a significant statement of intent from Leipzig. Acquiring a high-profile English talent would reaffirm their status as a club capable of attracting young stars from elite European teams. It would also suggest a bolder approach to recruitment under Marco Rose's leadership. Meanwhile, Liverpool fans may view any potential departure of Elliott with mixed emotions. While some may understand the strategic reasoning behind the move, others may see it as a loss of a homegrown talent with considerable promise. Slot's communication and transparency around squad planning will be vital to maintaining trust. In the context of the Premier League's increasingly competitive midfield landscape, Liverpool may also be inclined to reallocate funds toward more experienced or physically dominant midfielders to balance their squad. Elliott's creative strengths, while valuable, might be seen as surplus to requirement in a more rigid system. It's worth noting that Leipzig have scouted Elliott extensively, even before his breakthrough at Liverpool. This long-term interest speaks to their thorough scouting process and belief in his long-term suitability for their system. The consistency of their interest could strengthen their negotiating position. If Liverpool chooses to sell, they would likely include clauses to protect their investment, such as buyback options, sell-on percentages, or performance bonuses. This would ensure that if Elliott explodes in Germany, Liverpool could still benefit or bring him back in the future. From a tactical standpoint, Elliott could thrive in a league that values open play, transition speed, and technical quality. The Bundesliga's less congested schedule compared to the Premier League might also help in his physical development and long-term fitness. As negotiations progress, much will depend on Arne Slot's vision and willingness to either commit to developing Elliott further or approve his exit. Slot's early moves will define his tenure, and how he handles young talents like Elliott will be closely scrutinized. Elliott's leadership qualities, despite his youth, have also been noted within the Liverpool dressing room. Any transfer,